Tonight, you are invited into a colder silence, a silence shaped by winter winds and star-washed darkness, a silence that belongs to K2, the great mountain that rises like a frozen prayer above the world. As you settle into rest, allow your body to soften gently. Let the day loosen its grip. Feel the steady support beneath you, like a safe base camp built carefully against the long storms of life. You do not need to climb anything tonight. You do not need to prove endurance or strength. You're here to rest, to listen, to drift into a story carried by breath and stillness. High in the Karakoram, K2 stands sharp and uncompromising, its ridges carved by centuries of wind and cold. It has been called savage, unforgiving, impossible in winter. For decades, climbers turned away from its frozen season, believing some doors were not meant to open. Not because humans lack skill, but because winter demands humility deeper than ambition. And yet, in the winter of 2021, a quiet dream gathered strength. This is the story of the first winter ascent of K2, not claimed by a single voice, not marked by rivalry or conquest, but carried upward by a team of Nepali climbers, moving together like one shared heartbeat. They did not climb to be first alone. They climbed to carry one another. They climbed to honor their homeland, their teachers, and the unseen sacrifices that often walk behind great achievements. In the thin air and deep cold, they chose unity over ego, patience over haste, and care over glory. Tonight's story is not told to awaken excitement. It is told to settle the spirit, to remind us that the greatest summits are sometimes reached quietly, step by careful step, in harmony rather than struggle. As you listen, let your breathing slow naturally, in and out. Imagine the cold stars above K2, steady and watchful. Imagine prayer flags frozen in place, whispering hopes into the dark. Feel how vastness does not threaten here, it shelters. This is a story of winter courage, of shared breath in bitter cold, of trust formed in silence, of a summit reached not by one voice raised high, but by many hearts moving together. Stay here now. The night is wide, the mountain waits, and the journey begins softly, breath by breath, carrying you toward rest beneath the quiet, eternal sky. Before the ice hardened every breath and before the winds learned their winter songs, there was simply a mountain waiting. K2 rose sharp and silent, a dark cathedral of stone and snow standing apart from all others. For generations it watched climbers arrive in warmer seasons, carrying dreams that melted away when winter came. Winter belonged to the mountain alone, a season of deep stillness and refusal. Yet even in this refusal, K2 was not hostile, it was honest. It asked for humility, patience, and a willingness to listen rather than conquer. Those who looked upon it in winter felt not fear, but reverence. The mountain stood as a reminder that some journeys begin long before the first step, forming quietly in the heart. As you rest now, imagine that stillness, a vast silence that does not reject you, but asks you to breathe more slowly, to feel how waiting itself can be sacred. Long before the winter of 2021, the idea of a winter ascent lived as a whisper among climbers. It surfaced briefly, then retreated, like breath caught in cold air. Many believed winter on K2 was not meant for human footsteps. The cold deepened beyond measure. The winds erased all comfort. Darkness lingered longer than light. And yet, the mountain did not declare impossibility. It remained quiet, allowing the idea to mature in patience. For the Nepali climbers who would one day answer this call, winter was not an enemy, it was a teacher. Winter teaches restraint, it teaches listening, it teaches that strength grows inward before it moves outward. As you lie resting, let that teaching settle gently. There is no rush here, some paths open only when we are ready to. Move together, slowly and with care. The team that gathered carried more than ropes and supplies. They carried shared history, shared language, and shared understanding shaped by years in the high Himalaya. Many had worked behind the scenes of other summits, supporting expeditions led by distant voices. This time, the voices were their own, calm and united. There was no need to speak loudly. Purpose moved quietly among them, like warmth shared through gloves in bitter cold. On K2, especially in winter, no one stands alone for long. Survival becomes collective. Each step is shaped by trust, Each pause is an agreement. As you listen, allow your own shoulders to soften. Imagine being part of something steady and supportive, where no one carries the weight alone and rest itself is shared. Winter wrapped the mountain early, sealing paths in ice and shadow. Camps were placed carefully, not as claims, but as invitations to pause. Each tent rested lightly against snow and wind, temporary, shelters in a vast, enduring place. The cold did not shout. It pressed gently, constantly, asking for attention. The climbers responded not with force, but with ritual. They warmed hands together. They checked on one another quietly. They respected the mountain's pace. In these small acts lived great endurance. As you breathe now, feel how warmth gathers naturally when care is given. You're not exposed here, you're sheltered. Let the image of those small glowing tents settle into your thoughts, like candles lit against a long night. Above the camps, the mountain rose steeper and more demanding, yet it remained calm in its challenge. K2 does not lure, it does not exaggerate, it simply waits. The Nepali climbers moved upward in measured harmony, each step deliberate, each decision shared. There was no race against time, only an agreement to move when the mountain allowed. Wind carved songs through the ridges, low and constant like chants carried across stone. In that sound, the climbers found rhythm rather than threat. As you rest now, imagine your own breath matching that rhythm. In and out, slow and steady. The mountain teaches that progress does not require haste. Sometimes, moving gently is the strongest way forward. As the days unfolded, winter deepened its hold on the mountain. Temperatures sank quietly without drama, turning breath into frost and time into something slower and heavier. The climbers listened closely to their bodies and to one another, knowing that winter reveals truth without mercy. Fatigue was not hidden, fear was not denied, everything was acknowledged and shared. In this openness, strength grew. The mountain did not ask for perfection, it asked for presence. Each morning began not with urgency, but with gratitude for another day granted. As you rest now, let that gratitude wash over you. You have arrived at this moment safely. Nothing is demanded. Simply breathe and allow stillness to hold you. The route upward revealed itself reluctantly, guarded by ice walls and frozen traverses that shimmered faintly under pale light. Movement here was not aggressive, it was devotional. Every step felt like a prayer placed carefully on the mountain's surface. The climbers moved one at a time, anchored by trust rather than haste. A slip did not belong to one person alone, safety belonged to all. In winter, sound travels differently. Even the wind seems to pause and listen. In that listening, the climbers found clarity. As you lie quietly now, imagine that careful movement. Each breath placed gently, each moment honored. There is no rush towards sleep. It will arrive when it is ready. Night on K2 in winter carries a special silence. Darkness arrives early and stays long, stretching across the mountain like a deep blanket. Inside the tents, headlamps glowed softly, casting small circles of warmth against vast cold. Conversations were brief and meaningful. Words were saved, energy was preserved. Outside, stars burned with steady patience, unchanged by human effort. The mountain did not feel hostile in this darkness. It felt ancient and attentive. The climbers rested where they could, accepting shallow sleep as enough. As you rest now, feel how your own darkness is gentle and safe. Let the night wrap you fully, without fear, without effort. Morning returned slowly, bringing light that felt fragile and precious. Frost clung to every surface, transforming ropes and gear into sculptures of ice. The climbers greeted this light quietly, knowing that each dawn in winter is a gift. Progress resumed with calm intention. No one pushed ahead alone. Decisions were made together, shaped by shared awareness rather than individual desire. In this unity lived resilience. The mountain respected this approach. It offered small windows of stillness, moments when wind softened and movement felt possible. As you breathe now, notice how ease arrives in small moments too. You do not need everything at once. A single calm breath is enough. Higher still, the mountain demanded even greater humility. The cold deepened, the air thinned, the margin for error narrowed. Yet the climbers did not harden themselves against these truths. They softened into them. Care became ritual. Checking ropes, sharing warmth, waiting without frustration. Winter revealed that endurance is not about resisting hardship, but about moving gently within it. In these moments, the team felt less like individuals and more like one living organism breathing together. As you listen now, allow your own body to feel supported. You're not carrying anything alone. The night carries you, rest carries you, and the story continues quietly, step by careful step. The mountain's upper slopes felt farther from the world below, as though winter had lifted them into a separate realm of quiet endurance. Here, sound softened and distance lost its meaning. Each movement asked for patience. The climbers paused often, not out of weakness, but out of wisdom. They listened to the wind's tone, to the way snow shifted beneath boots, to the subtle language of breath. K2 did not rush them, and they did not rush themselves. In this shared attentiveness, a deep calm emerged. As you rest now, allow that calm to enter you. Let the night slow your thoughts, reminding you that awareness itself can be a form of strength. Above the clouds, light took on a silvery stillness, touching ice and stone without warmth. The sky felt close, vast and watchful. The climbers moved as if within a sacred space, aware that winter magnifies every choice. A single misstep could echo far beyond the moment, and so they chose care again and again. Rope lines were secured with devotion. Foot placements were deliberate. Every action carried intention. In these careful rituals lived respect for the mountain, for life, for one another. As you breathe now, imagine that same intention flowing through you. Each breath placed gently, each exhale, releasing the day's weight. At this height, fatigue spoke more clearly. Muscles grew heavy, thoughts thinned, yet the climbers did not fight this narrowing. They welcomed simplicity. When the world reduces itself to breath and step, clarity often follows. Winter stripped away distraction, leaving only what mattered most. Trust deepened, presence sharpened. The mountain no longer felt like something to overcome. It felt like something to move with. As you lie quietly now, feel how little is required of you. You do not need to solve or decide anything. Rest is enough. Being is enough. The wind returned in low, steady waves, shaping the ridge lines with sound and motion. It did not howl in anger. It spoke in long breaths, rising and falling like a chant. The climbers adjusted their pace to this rhythm, waiting when it strengthened, moving when it softened. Winter teaches those who listen that resistance wastes energy. Harmony preserves it. In this listening, the team conserved strength not just in their bodies, but in their spirits. As you rest, let your breathing align with that same gentle rhythm, in and out, steady and calm. As the summit day approached, anticipation did not disturb the team's quiet focus. There were no declarations, no loud hopes spoken into the cold. Each climber held the intention inwardly, like a flame protected from wind. The mountain remained unchanged, offering no reassurance and no warning. Yet something steady moved among them, a shared understanding that they would go together, or not at all. This unity felt stronger than ambition. As you listen now, let that unity comfort you. You are not alone here. The night walks beside you, carrying you gently toward deeper rest, while the mountain story continues its patient ascent. The final push began not with excitement, but with quiet resolve. Winter wrapped the mountain tightly, as if reminding everyone that nothing would be given freely. The climbers moved slowly there, bodies already shaped by weeks of cold and patience. Each step upward felt deliberate, grounded in trust rather than urgency. The summit did not pull them forward. They moved because the moment felt right. In this calm decision lived courage of a different kind. As you rest now, feel how calm choices can carry great strength. There is no need to hurry. The right pace reveals itself naturally. Breath became precious at this height, counted inwardly, protected like a small flame. The cold pressed close, yet the climbers did not tighten against it. They softened, conserving warmth through stillness when needed. Silence surrounded them, broken only by wind and the quiet sounds of effort. In this silence, thoughts grew simple. Fear lost its edge. The mountain did not feel cruel. It felt exacting and fair. As you lie resting, let your own breath feel abundant and safe. You are not struggling for air. You are supported. Each breath arrives easily without effort. Above them, the summit. Ridge appeared sharp and unforgiving, yet it carried a strange beauty. Snow clung to rock like frost on glass, catching pale light and returning it softly. The climbers moved together, close enough to feel one another's presence without needing words. Rope lines connected them physically while trust bound them inwardly. In winter, isolation can be dangerous. Togetherness becomes protection. As you listen now, imagine that sense of closeness, a quiet assurance that you are held, connected, and supported, even as you rest. Fatigue deepened as the air thinned further. The body asked for rest more often. The climbers answered with patience rather than resistance. Short pauses became moments of renewal. Hands warmed briefly, breath steadied. Winter had taught them that stopping is not failure, it is wisdom. K2 remained unmoved, allowing these pauses without judgment. As you breathe now, notice how your body also knows when to rest. You do not need to push through tiredness here. Let rest arrive naturally without explanation. As they neared the highest point, something remarkable unfolded. The team slowed even more, ensuring no one was left behind. The summit would not belong to one name or one moment. It would belong to all or to none. This choice carried deep meaning. In a world that often celebrates individual triumph, these climbers chose unity. The mountain seemed to receive this offering quietly. As you rest now, let that unity settle within you. You do not need to stand apart. You are part of a calm whole, carried gently by the night as the journey continues toward its quiet, shared peak. The final ridge unfolded beneath their feet like a narrow bridge between effort and stillness. Winter wind brushed past them, not in anger, but in long, measured breaths. Each climber felt the weight of altitude press gently against the body, asking for deeper listening. They responded by slowing even more, allowing breath to guide movement. The mountain did not rush them, and they did not rush the mountain. In this quiet exchange lived mutual respect. As you rest now, imagine that careful balance. Nothing pushes you forward, nothing pulls you back. You're allowed to move gently, even toward rest. When the summit finally arrived, it did so without fanfare. There was no sudden surge of triumph, no raised voices breaking the winter silence. The climbers gathered close, standing together beneath a pale sky. Prayer flags were unfurled carefully, their colours bright against endless white. Voices joined softly in song, not as celebration, but as gratitude. The mountain listened without response. In that moment, something rare unfolded. Achievement without ego, victory without noise. As you breathe now, let that quiet joy wash over you. Peace does not need to announce itself to be real. The wind carried their song across the summit, lifting it gently into the vastness beyond. Breath rose and fell together, synchronized by cold and care. No one lingered longer than needed. Winter allows little indulgence, yet the moment was complete. It did not need to last. Meaning does not depend on duration. It depends on presence. The climbers turned their attention gently toward descent, honoring the truth that the mountain's work is not finished until everyone returns. As you rest, feel that same wisdom. Completion includes rest. Arrival includes letting go. Descending from the summit required the same humility as the ascent. Fatigue lingered. Cold remained constant. Yet the climbers moved with calm assurance, guided by the knowledge they had already proven something greater than endurance. They had proven unity. Each step downward felt lighter, not because effort vanished, but because purpose had been fulfilled. The mountain accepted their passage without comment, returning gradually to its winter stillness. As you breathe now, allow your own body to feel lighter. You have carried enough today. You are free to rest. As the summit faded behind them, K2 returned fully to silence. Snow covered their tracks. Wind smoothed the ridge once more. The mountain did not keep a record of who stood upon it. It never does. What remained lived within the climbers themselves, a quiet knowing shaped by shared breath and shared care. Winter had been honoured, not conquered. As you lie resting now, let that knowing settle gently. You do not need recognition here. The night knows you are resting, and that is enough. The descent carried the team back into deeper shelter, where the air grew slightly kinder and movement felt less fragile. Even here, winter remained present, watching quietly from every ridge and shadow. The climbers did not relax into carelessness. They kept their slow rhythm, honouring the mountain all the way down. In winter, attention is never abandoned. As you rest now, notice how care can continue without tension. You are safe and still attentive to comfort, allowing rest to deepen gently. Camps reappeared one by one, glowing softly against the vast white. Each tent felt like a sanctuary earned through patience rather than force. Inside, warmth gathered slowly, shared through quiet smiles and small gestures. Words were few. Everything important had already been said on the mountain itself. As you listen, imagine that warmth surrounding you now, the steady safety of being enclosed, supported, and unhurried. Let your breathing slow even further, knowing you have arrived at a place of rest. The mountain above them continued to breathe its winter breath, unchanged by the summit song that had passed through it. Snow fell lightly, erasing signs of passage. K2 returned to its ancient solitude, holding the silence as it always has. The climbers did not feel erased by this. They felt included. They had been allowed to pass through, to listen, to return. As you lie quietly now, feel how rest does not erase you. It restores you, gently and completely. Night returned once more, wrapping the lower. Camps in deep calm. Stars burned steadily overhead, untouched by human achievement. Inside the tents, sleep arrived more fully now, no longer thin or guarded. Bodies released what they had carried. Breath deepened. The mountain's work shifted from endurance to integration. As you rest, allow your own body to integrate the day. Nothing needs to be processed consciously. Sleep knows how to do this work quietly. Morning followed without urgency, bringing light that felt generous and forgiving. The climbers woke slowly, moving gently within their warmth. The summit already felt distant, less like an event and more like a memory settling into the body. What remained vivid was the sense of togetherness, of shared breath in deep cold. As you breathe now, feel that same togetherness with the night itself. You're not separate from this calm. You are part of it, resting safely as the journey continues onward. As the days moved on, the mountain loosened its grip gradually, never all at once. Winter still ruled the heights, but lower on the slopes the air felt more generous, allowing breath to expand without effort. The climbers noticed this change quietly, without relief spoken aloud. They understood that gentleness deserves respect. Each step away from the summit carried the same care as each step toward it. As you rest now, feel how your own breathing expands naturally when nothing presses upon it. There is space here, there is ease. Meals shared in the camps became small ceremonies of gratitude. Warmth travelled from cup to hands, from hands to chest. Food tasted simple and nourishing, grounding bodies that had lived on discipline and restraint. Conversation returned slowly, softly, like light at dawn. Laughter, when it came, was quiet and brief. The mountain listened without response. As you listen now, imagine that warmth spreading through you. Let your body feel nourished, held, and satisfied. There is nothing else you need in this moment. Recovery began not as rest alone, but as remembrance. The climbers reflected inwardly on what had been carried through the winter ascent. Not pride, not conquest, but trust. Trust in one another, trust in listening, trust in patience. These lessons settled gently, like snow falling without sound. As you lie quietly now, allow your own reflections to soften. You do not need to review the day. Let rest do that work for you. Above them, K2 stood unchanged, its sharp lines softened by fresh snowfall. The summit no longer called attention to itself. It existed simply as part of the mountain's whole. Winter had allowed the ascent, and now it allowed departure. There was no sense of ownership, only gratitude for passage. As you rest, feel how life allows moments to pass through you as well. You're not required to hold on to them. You may release them gently into sleep. As the expedition prepared to leave the high camps behind, a deep calm settled among the team. What they had shared could not be taken by altitude or time. It lived quietly within them, shaping how they moved through the world. Winter had taught them that achievement does not need witnesses. Meaning does not need noise. As you breathe now, feel how your own life continues quietly, even as you rest. Nothing is lost when you sleep. Everything important remains. The journey downward continued with the same devotion that had shaped the ascent. Winter remained present in every breath of wind, yet its grip felt gentler now, as if acknowledging the care that had been shown. The climbers moved without haste, aware that leaving the mountain safely was part of honouring it. Each step carried quiet gratitude. As you rest now, imagine moving away from effort without losing respect for it. There is peace in knowing when to release what has already been carried. Lower on the slopes, familiar sounds returned, the soft crunch of snow underfoot, the distant murmur of wind through valleys. These sounds felt grounding, reminders of a wider world waiting patiently. The climbers welcomed them without rush, allowing the senses to open slowly. Winter teaches that transitions deserve gentleness. As you listen, feel your own senses soften. You do not need to remain alert. You're safe, and the night holds you kindly. The camps below felt warmer, more human, yet still wrapped in mountain silence. Tents rested like small islands of light against vast darkness. Inside, the simple act of removing gloves or loosening boots felt ceremonial. Bodies released tension quietly. Breath deepened without effort. As you rest now, imagine that same release within yourself. There is nothing left to hold. You may set everything down. As the team gathered for their final nights beneath K2, reflection arrived naturally without prompting. Not every moment needed words. Shared glances carried understanding. Winter had shaped them together, teaching patience beyond ambition. The mountain did not require acknowledgement, yet gratitude lingered like warmth after firelight fades. As you breathe now, allow gratitude to settle gently, not as thought, but as ease in the body. When the time came to leave the mountain behind, there was no dramatic farewell. Snow continued to fall, wind continued to move. K2 remained what it had always been, vast, silent and complete. The climbers carried what mattered within them as they descended into lower valleys. As you rest now, feel how journeys end quietly. You do not need to mark them. Let sleep receive you the same way the mountain received the winter ascent, without demand, without judgment, simply allowing rest to unfold. The valleys below welcomed the team with softer air and gentler light. Winter still lingered, but its sharp edges had rounded into calm. Breath felt fuller here, no longer guarded, no longer counted. The climbers noticed this change with quiet appreciation, allowing their bodies to expand naturally into ease. As you rest now, feel how your own breathing, opens when nothing presses upon it. There is space, there is comfort. You are held. As footsteps moved farther from the high slopes, the mountain's presence shifted from immediacy to memory. K2 remained behind them, still sharp against the sky, yet no longer demanding attention. What it had given could not be measured in altitude or record. It lived in trust learned through silence. As you lie quietly now, allow memories of effort to soften. You do not need to replay them. Rest welcomes what remains gently. The team shared meals again in warmer shelters, where voices carried more easily and laughter returned without effort. These moments felt sacred in their simplicity. Warm food, familiar faces, the comfort of being fully human again. Winter had stripped life down to essentials and now returned abundance quietly. As you rest, imagine that nourishment reaching you too. Let warmth gather in your chest. Let satisfaction replace striving. At night, sleep arrived more deeply. No longer interrupted by cold or vigilance. Bodies released into rest with trust, knowing the most demanding work had passed. Dreams, if they came, were gentle and unremarkable. The mountain no longer appeared sharply. It faded into symbol and feeling. As you listen now, feel how easily sleep can arrive when nothing is being asked of you. There is no danger here, only calm. In reflection, the climbers understood that the winter ascent had never been about conquering K2. It had been about listening to one another and to the mountain itself. Success grew from patience, from restraint, from moving together. This understanding did not need explanation. It settled quietly, shaping future paths without noise. As you breathe now, allow that understanding to rest within you. You do not need to prove anything. Being present is enough. As time carried the climbers farther from the mountain, its sharp silhouette softened into a distant outline against memory. K2 no longer loomed as challenge or trial. It rested as a quiet witness to what had been shared. Winter had revealed its nature fully, not as cruelty, but as truth. The climbers carried this truth gently, allowing it to shape their steps beyond the slopes. As you rest now, feel how experiences can settle without weight. You do not need to carry everything forward. Some things are meant to rest with you. The journey home unfolded slowly, marked by valleys opening wide and skies growing generous. Breath flowed freely again, unmeasured and abundant. The body remembered ease with gratitude rather than surprise. Muscles loosened, sleep deepened. Life resumed its familiar rhythms without rush. Winter's lessons did not fade. They became quieter, living beneath the surface. As you listen now, notice how ease can feel unfamiliar at first, then comforting. Let your body welcome it fully. Stories of the ascent would one day travel far, carried by voices eager to explain the impossible. Yet among the climbers, the heart of the experience remained simple. It lived in shared silence, in careful steps, in the way breath had guided movement. The mountain did not belong to words, it belonged to stillness. As you rest, allow your own story to quiet. You do not need to narrate or interpret. Rest holds meaning without effort. Evenings in lower villages felt warm and human, filled with soft light and gentle sounds. Fires crackled quietly, tea steamed in open air. The climbers sat together without urgency, allowing the body to feel fully present again. Winter had not taken anything essential. It had clarified what mattered. As you breathe now, imagine that warmth surrounding you. You're not exposed, you're sheltered. The night offers the same comfort. At the heart of the journey lay a simple truth. The summit had been reached not through force, but through unity. Each climber's strength had depended on another's care. Winter had allowed the ascent because humility led the way. This truth did not demand recognition. It rested quietly, shaping future choices without announcement. As you lie resting now, let that truth settle within you. You do not walk alone through your days. Even in rest, you are supported. As the story reaches its quiet center, everything slows a little more. There is no mountain to climb right now, no ridge to cross, no cold to endure. You have already walked far enough. Let your breathing soften without instruction, in and out. Not deeper, not slower, just easier. Imagine yourself resting at a gentle midpoint of the journey, where effort has been laid down and nothing new is being asked. The mountain no longer rises above you, it rests behind you, and ahead of you there is only calm. This is a place of balance, where gratitude replaces striving, and stillness feels earned without effort. Feel the weight of your body fully supported. The surface beneath you holds you the way snow holds the mountain, quietly, completely without question. Muscles loosen in their own time, the face softens, the space behind the eyes cools and darkens like evening settling into a familiar room. You do not need to conquer summits tonight. You do not need to prove endurance or courage. You are here to rest. The climbers too learned this truth in the heart of winter. That strength does not always move upward. Sometimes it settles inward, sometimes it waits, sometimes it listens. In the coldest places, the most important work happens quietly, beneath the surface, where no one is watching. Let go of any sense of distance still ahead. There is nowhere you need to reach from here. The journey has already given you what you need. If thoughts appear, let them drift gently, like snowflakes dissolving before they touch the ground. There is no need to follow them. There is no need to finish them. The night is doing the work now. Breath continues. Rest deepens. Awareness loosens its grip. Stay here for a few moments, in this gentle center where nothing is missing and nothing is required. The mountain's lesson is simple here. When unity replaces urgency, when care replaces force, life unfolds naturally. And when you are ready, without deciding, without effort, the story will begin to move again, slowly, softly, carrying you onward toward deeper calm where the night grows wider and sleep waits patiently just ahead. After the stillness of that quiet center, the journey resumed gently, not as effort, but as easing. The climbers moved forward carrying less weight now, not only in their packs, but in their spirits. What had been proven no longer needed repeating. Winter remained present, but its voice softened as though acknowledging understanding had been reached. As you rest now, feel how moving forward can feel lighter when nothing needs to be achieved. The night carries you without asking for strength. In the days that followed, the mountain became a teacher remembered rather than a presence endured. K2 no longer pressed against the senses. It lived inwardly, as calm awareness shaped by patience and trust. The climbers noticed how easily breath flowed now, how the body responded to gentler air with gratitude. As you listen, notice the ease in your own breath. There is no thin air here. Each inhale arrives generously, and each exhale releases the last traces of effort. Winter's silence followed them down into quieter valleys, not as cold, but as clarity. The noise of the world felt distant, unnecessary. The climbers carried a preference for simplicity, for listening before speaking, for moving thoughtfully rather than quickly. This shift did not feel forced, it felt natural. As you lie resting now, allow simplicity to surround you. You do not need complexity tonight. Calm is enough. Evenings grew longer and warmer, lit by gentle lamps and shared presence. Conversation returned in small, unhurried ways. Laughter appeared briefly, then faded back into quiet. The mountain no longer hovered in every thought. It had given its gift and stepped aside. As you rest now, imagine that same ease. There is room for quiet joy without excitement, for contentment without explanation. Looking back, the climbers understood that winter had not been an obstacle, but a guardian of meaning. It filtered out noise and ego, leaving only what mattered: unity, care, presence. These qualities endured beyond the ascent, shaping how life would be met afterward. As you breathe now, let those qualities settle into you gently. You do not need to name them, they will remain. The mountain receded further into distance, its sharp lines softened by memory and snowfall. What once demanded attention now rested peacefully behind them. This distance did not feel like loss, it felt like completion. As you lie quietly, notice how letting go can feel like rest rather than absence. You're not leaving anything behind that you need right now. Daily rhythms resumed with grace, walking without caution, sleeping without layers of vigilance, eating without counting energy. These simple acts felt quietly sacred, shaped by the contrast of winter's demands. As you listen now, feel the comfort of simplicity. Your body knows how to rest. It remembers ease. The climbers found themselves speaking less about the summit and more about togetherness. The song shared at the top remained, not as sound but as feeling, a harmony that did not fade. As you rest now, imagine harmony within your own body, breath and heartbeat moving together, steady and calm. Night continued to arrive gently wherever they rested, no longer filled with cold watchfulness, but with deep, unbroken sleep. Dreams, if they came, were soft and indistinct. The mountain no longer appeared sharply. It had transformed into a symbol of patience rather than challenge. As you listen, allow your own night to deepen. There is no reason to remain alert. The journey's later chapters unfolded without urgency, carried by gratitude rather than effort. The mountain had been honored. The winter had been respected. What remained was rest, integration, and quiet continuation. As you breathe now, feel how the night continues to carry you gently forward, step by careful step, into deeper calm, where the story moves not toward an ending, but toward peaceful stillness. As time carried the climbers farther from the mountain's shadow, the lessons of winter remained close, not as memories to revisit, but as a calm presence guiding daily life. K2 no longer stood before them in ice and wind. It lived within them as patience learned through listening. The body remembered how to move gently, how to pause without guilt, how to trust shared rhythm. As you rest now, feel how patience can settle into you without effort. There's no need to hurry through this moment. The night has already slowed everything kindly. The world beyond the mountains felt louder, yet the climbers carried a quieter center within themselves. Noise no longer demanded reaction. Urgency no longer ruled decisions. Winter had taught them to respond rather than react, to move with intention instead of impulse. This calm did not distance them from life. It deepened their presence within it. As you breathe now, allow that same calm to surround you. The day does not need answers from you anymore. Rest is response enough. Evenings became moments of gentle reflection, not marked by analysis, but by gratitude. Warm light rested on familiar walls. Simple meals nourished without effort. Conversation flowed, then softened naturally into silence. The mountain did not need to be mentioned to be felt. Its influence lived in the way attention lingered, in the way rest was honored. As you listen now, imagine such an evening for yourself. Safe, warm, unhurried. Let your breathing follow that ease. The climbers noticed how sleep returned to them fully, without interruption or watchfulness. Bodies released deeply into rest, trusting the night once more. Dreams, if they appeared, were calm and brief, dissolving easily into morning. Winter's vigilance had passed. What remained was trust restored. As you lie resting now, feel that same trust growing. The night does not need to be guarded. It is here to care for you. Looking back was no longer necessary. The ascent had completed its work. Meaning no longer depended on memory or retelling. It lived quietly in breath, in posture, in the ease of being present. The mountain had given its gift and stepped away. As you breathe now, allow presence to be enough. You are not behind, you're not ahead, you are exactly where rest happens. As the days unfolded gently, the mountain's influence remained like a low, steady hum beneath ordinary life. It did not intrude, it did not demand remembrance, it simply shaped how moments were met. The climbers found themselves pausing more often, listening before speaking, breathing before acting. Winter had taught them that quiet attention is a form of care. As you rest now, feel how attention can soften rather than sharpen. There is no need to focus. Let awareness rest lightly, like snow settling without sound. Morning light arrived differently now, filtered through windows instead of clouds. Yet the same reverence remained. The climbers greeted each day without urgency, carrying gratitude shaped by contrast. Breath felt generous. Movement felt unforced. The mountain's harshness had clarified gentleness. As you listen, imagine light touching your own space softly. There is no glare here, only calm illumination, steady and kind. The rhythm of life returned fully, yet something essential had changed. Effort no longer defined worth. Speed no longer defined success. Winter had shown that endurance grows strongest when shared, when patience leads. These understandings lived quietly, influencing choices without announcing themselves. As you lie resting now, allow effort to loosen its hold. You are not required to move faster or farther. Rest is meaningful on its own. The climbers noticed how silence felt less empty and more full. It carried meaning without needing words. In silence, the mountain's lessons continued to unfold gently. This silence did not isolate. It connected. It made space for listening, to others, to the body, to the present moment. As you breathe now, welcome that same silence. It is not absence, it is shelter. Night arrived once more, no longer shaped by cold vigilance but by trust. Sleep came easily, deep and unbroken. The body released fully into rest, knowing the work of endurance had passed. Dreams, if they came, were soft and brief, dissolving without demand. As you rest now, allow your own sleep to deepen. There is no reason to remain alert. The night holds you securely, carrying you further into calm as the journey continues gently onward. As the story continued to soften, the mountain's presence became almost indistinguishable from the calm it had helped create. K2, no longer stood as a figure in the mind. It lived as steadiness, as a quiet confidence that life can be met gently and still endure. The climbers carried this confidence into each day without naming it. As you rest now, feel that same steadiness beneath you. Nothing wavers here. The night is stable and kind. Moments of stillness became familiar companions. Waiting no longer felt uncomfortable. Silence no longer asked to be filled. Winter had reshaped the relationship with time itself, stretching it gently, removing urgency. As you lie quietly now, allow time to loosen its grip. There is no schedule here, no moment to reach, only this breath and the next, arriving naturally. The climbers noticed how compassion extended inward as well as outward. Bodies that had endured cold and effort were treated with kindness rather than judgment. Rest was honoured, fatigue was respected. This care did not weaken them, it strengthened them. As you breathe now, let that same compassion turn toward yourself. There is no need to push. You are allowed to rest fully. Even memories of the summit softened, losing sharp edges and dramatic shape. What remained was a feeling of harmony, of many moving as one. The song shared on the summit echoed not as sound, but as warmth. This harmony did not fade. It settled quietly, shaping how life felt afterward. As you rest now, imagine harmony within you. Breath, heartbeat, and rest moving together, unhurried and calm. The mountain's winter silence had given way to an inner quiet that travelled everywhere. Noise could return without disturbance. Challenges could appear without urgency. The climbers had learned to carry calm within themselves. As you lie resting now, allow that calm to surround you completely. There is nothing that needs your attention. The night continues to widen gently, carrying both story and listener toward deeper, unbroken rest. As the final stretch of the story unfolds, the mountain no longer feels distant or near. It has dissolved into a quiet understanding, a sense of balance that does not depend on place. K2, once sharp and demanding, now exists as a calm reminder that patience can carry us farther than force. The climbers no longer measured themselves against the peak. They measured themselves by how gently they could move through life afterward. As you rest now, feel how gentleness can be a strength. Nothing asks you to push. Everything invites you to soften. The days that followed were filled with ordinary moments that felt newly precious. Walking without caution, breathing without effort, sleeping without layers of watchfulness. Winter had refined awareness, turning simplicity into something sacred. These moments did not ask to be recorded or celebrated. They were complete as they were. As you lie quietly now, notice the simplicity of this moment. You are breathing. You are resting. That is enough. The climbers found that gratitude lingered without needing reminders. It appeared naturally, woven into daily life. Gratitude for warmth, for rest, for shared journeys that ended safely. This gratitude did not demand expression. It lived quietly, shaping how the world was met. As you breathe now, allow a gentle sense of gratitude to settle into your body. Not as thought, but as ease. Silence continued to feel welcoming rather than empty. It became a space where listening happened without effort. Winter had taught that silence can protect as much as it can challenge. In that protection, the climbers felt whole. As you rest now, welcome silence as a companion. It does not isolate you. It surrounds you gently, like the night itself. Night after night, sleep arrived with trust. The body released fully, knowing it was safe. Dreams, if they came, were soft and brief, dissolving without meaning needing to be found. The mountain's work had completed its arc, moving from challenge into calm. As you listen now, allow your own night to deepen. There is no need to remain alert. The story continues quietly, carrying you onward toward complete stillness and rest. As the story nears its final movements, everything feels lighter, less defined by edges or effort. The mountain no longer casts a shadow. It has become part of the quiet landscape of memory, where nothing presses forward and nothing pulls back. The climbers move through their days with a softened awareness, shaped by winter's slow wisdom. As you rest now, feel how lightness can arrive without lifting anything, simply by letting go. The lessons of the ascent no longer feel like lessons at all. They have blended seamlessly into being, listening before acting, resting before exhaustion, trusting shared rhythm. These ways of moving feel natural now, as if they were always meant to be this way. As you breathe now, allow your own body to remember its natural rhythm. You do not need to manage it. Breath knows how to come and go on its own. Even the memory of cold has softened into contrast rather than discomfort. It reminds the climbers how warmth feels, how shelter feels, how kindness feels. Winter sharpened appreciation, then stepped aside. As you lie resting now, notice how comfort feels more complete when nothing threatens it. You are safe. You are warm. The night holds you steadily. The mountain's silence continues to echo inwardly, not as absence, but as peace. Silence no longer asks to be filled. It supports rest without instruction. The climbers learned that silence can be shared without loneliness. As you listen now, welcome silence as a soft companion. It does not expect anything from you. In quiet moments, gratitude rises naturally and then settles again. There is no need to hold on to it. Gratitude moves like breath, arriving, then leaving without effort. This gentle flow feels complete. As you breathe now, let gratitude drift through you in the same way. There is nothing you need to name. The journey's later days pass without markers. Time stretches gently, losing urgency. The mountain no longer defines the day. Life unfolds at its own pace. As you rest now, feel time loosen around you. There is no schedule here, only this moment, resting comfortably where it is. The climbers notice how sleep continues to arrive easily, like a familiar friend. The body trusts the night again. Dreams, if they appear, are soft and fleeting. Rest feels complete. As you lie quietly now, allow your own sleep to deepen without effort. You do not need to guide it. The story no longer carries movement or tension. It rests in a place of quiet completion. The mountain has given its gift and stepped fully into silence. As you listen now, feel how the story's calm mirrors your own. Nothing needs to happen next. Breathing remains steady and untroubled. In and out, each breath feels sufficient. The body rests deeply, supported completely. Awareness loosens its grip, stepping back from the surface of things. As you rest, allow that loosening. There is no need to stay alert. The journey approaches its final quiet stretch, where words begin to thin and meaning settles beneath awareness. The night grows wider and kinder. The mountain rests. The story rests. And you are carried gently towards stillness, where nothing remains to be followed and rest unfolds naturally without end. As the story moves into its final quiet spaces, the mountain feels like a distant breath, present but no longer forming shapes in the mind. K2 has returned fully to stillness, and the climbers carry its winter lesson as calm rather than memory. Nothing presses forward now, nothing asks to be completed. As you rest, feel how the night allows everything to settle gently, without instruction. The body remembers this settling instinctively. Muscles rest without being told. Breath flows evenly without being guided. The day's weight dissolves on its own. Winter taught the climbers that the body knows how to endure and how to release. As you lie quietly now, trust your body in the same way. It knows how to rest. Silence grows deeper, not heavier. It feels spacious, welcoming, like a wide valley at dusk. Thoughts slow and thin, drifting past without shape. There is no need to hold on to them or send them away. They come and go gently. As you breathe now, let silence carry what remains of effort. The mountain no longer stands as an image, but as steadiness beneath everything. A reminder that patience can outlast struggle, and care can outshine force. This steadiness holds you now. You do not need to lean forward or brace yourself. You are supported completely. Sleep feels close, not as something approaching, but as something already present. Awareness loosens its edges. Listening becomes optional. Words soften into tone, and tone dissolves into quiet. The night does not require participation. It carries you naturally. Breathing continues, slow and unremarkable in the most comforting way, in and out. Each breath completes itself. The body feels warm and grounded. The surface beneath you holds your weight kindly. There is no edge to watch. The climber's journey has completed its arc. From winter silence into shared calm. The mountain rests. The lesson rests. Nothing needs to be remembered consciously for it to remain true. As you rest now, allow meaning to settle beneath awareness. Time no longer feels measured. One moment blends gently into the next. The night stretches wide and patient. There is no before and no after that matters. Only this resting presence, steady and complete. Thought has faded almost entirely. If one appears, it dissolves before forming words. Awareness steps back, choosing ease over attention. The story has done its work. Rest is already happening. The journey ends not with an arrival, but with a release. The mountain stands far away, silent and whole. The night surrounds you gently. Breath flows. The body rests. Nothing more is required. The story fades into quiet now. Let go of listening. Let go of watching. Let the night finish its gentle work. May peace guard your dreams until morning, and may grace be the first light to greet you when you wake. The night opens wider now, as if it has all the time it needs. There is no sense of distance left to travel, no path to follow. The story has already carried you where it was meant to. What remains is a gentle unfolding into rest, slow and unhurried, like snow settling after wind has passed. Feel how your breathing moves without effort, in and out. Not deeper, not slower, just natural. The mountain no longer stands as height or cold or challenge. It has softened into a feeling of steadiness beneath everything. A reminder that even the most demanding journeys eventually release us back into stillness. That steadiness is with you now, supporting you without asking anything in return. Your body responds naturally to this calm. Shoulders loosen, hands rest heavily and warmly. The muscles of the legs release as if they have finally been told they may stop holding. The face smooths, the jaw relaxes. The space behind the eyes grows dark and cool, like evening settling into a familiar room. There is nothing left to understand, nothing left to follow, nothing left to carry. The voices of the story fade into tone, and the tone fades into silence. Silence here is not empty. It is full and kind, like a soft blanket laid gently over everything that remains awake. Thoughts, if they appear, drift briefly and dissolve before forming meaning. You do not need to guide them. The night carries them away easily. Time loosens its shape. Moments blend together without edges. There is no sense of before or after that matters. Imagine warmth spreading slowly through your body, the way dawn spreads across a quiet valley, without sound, without urgency. Not waking, just easing. The warmth does not push, it rests. It settles wherever it is needed most, then stays. If you notice awareness hovering, that is fine. If it begins to sink, that is fine too. There is no right way to arrive at sleep. The journey of the mountain has already completed its work. It has moved from effort into unity, from unity into stillness, and now from stillness into rest. That same movement is happening within you, quietly, without instruction. You're not being watched. You're not being tested. You're not required to stay alert. The night has taken over gently, the way it always does when nothing resists it. Sleep is not something ahead of you. It is already here, gathering softly, like snow falling so lightly it can only be noticed once everything is covered. Let go of listening now if you wish. Let go of holding on to the words. They are no longer needed. The calm that remains is enough. The quiet deepens on its own now, without any signal or shift you need to notice. It feels as though the night has settled into a comfortable rhythm and decided to remain there. Nothing moves forward. Nothing pulls back. Everything rests exactly where it belongs. Breath continues steady and unremarkable in the most comforting way, in and out. Each breath completes itself without effort. There is no need to guide it, no need to check it. The body knows this rhythm well. It has practiced it all your life. Your weight feels fully supported. The surface beneath you holds you without question, the way earth holds snow through a long winter night. Muscles soften further, especially in places that worked quietly all day without asking for recognition. The shoulders sink, the arms rest heavy and warm, the legs release completely, as if they have finally been given permission to stop. The mountain's presence has dissolved entirely into stillness. It no longer appears as shape or story. It remains only as steadiness, calm, patient, unmoving. That steadiness now lives beneath you, not as an idea, but as a feeling of being held. You do not need to lean into it. It is already there. Thoughts have little energy now. If one rises, it drifts gently and fades, like mist thinning in cool night air. There is no need to follow it or push it away. The night accepts everything and asks nothing in return. Even awareness feels lighter, less attached to the surface of things. Silence feels warm and familiar, not empty. It wraps around you like a well-known place you have returned to many times before. Sounds, if there are any, feel distant and unimportant, as though they belong to another world entirely. This moment is complete on its own. Time has softened here. There is no sense of how long you have been resting, or how long rest will continue. The night stretches wide and patient, offering as much space as you need. One breath flows into the next without distinction. One moment blends quietly into another. If images appear, they are slow and gentle. A wide sky, a soft glow, a feeling of warmth and safety. These images do not ask to be remembered. They dissolve naturally the way dreams begin to fade as sleep deepens. Listening itself is no longer necessary. The sound of the voice has blended into the quiet, becoming part of the background of rest. Words lose their edges, then their meaning, and finally disappear altogether. What remains is comfort. There is nothing left to do, nothing left to hear, nothing left to hold. Sleep continues to gather you gently, without effort, without direction, like evening gathering light. You do not need to follow it. You do not need to notice when it takes you. The night has everything it needs to carry you the rest of the way. Let go completely now. Let the quiet finish its work. Let rest deepen naturally, slowly, and without end, as stillness settles fully around you and within you. The night feels settled beyond change now, as if it has finished arranging everything and found nothing left to adjust. The quiet is steady and kind. It does not move, it does not ask, it simply remains, holding you gently in place. Breathing continues on its own, smooth and reliable, in and out. Each breath arrives when it is ready and leaves without taking anything with it. The body trusts this rhythm completely now. There is no checking, no correcting, no awareness needed. It happens because it knows how. Your body feels comfortably heavy, grounded and secure. The surface beneath you supports your weight without effort, the way snow rests easily on the earth below it. Muscles have softened fully. The shoulders no longer carry the day. The hands rest open and warm. The legs feel still and settled, as if they have finally come home. Awareness drifts naturally toward the center, no longer focused on edges or details. Thoughts have thinned into quiet. If one appears, it fades before forming words, like a ripple smoothing itself out on still water. There is no need to engage with anything now. The night is doing the work for you. Silence feels complete here, not empty or hollow. It feels full, like a gentle presence that understands exactly what you need. Sounds from the outside world feel distant, softened by layers of calm. They do not reach you. They do not require response. This moment belongs only to rest. Time has loosened completely. There is no sense of progression or pause, no awareness of minutes or hours. The night stretches gently in all directions, offering space without limit. One moment blends into the next so seamlessly that there is no boundary between them. If images drift through your mind, they are slow and comforting. A dimly lit room, a soft glow, a feeling of warmth spreading steadily through the body. These images do not linger. They dissolve on their own, making room for deeper rest. Listening itself has become unnecessary. The sound of the voice has faded into the background, like a memory of sound rather than sound itself. Words no longer need to be followed. Meaning has already settled where it belongs, beneath awareness, shaping calm rather than thought. You are not required to stay present. You're not required to notice anything. You're allowed to rest completely. Sleep is no longer approaching. It is already here, carrying you gently beneath the surface of awareness. There is no moment to watch for, no threshold to cross. One breath leads quietly into the next and rest deepens naturally. Let go now of listening, of holding, of following. The night has everything it needs to take care of you. Stillness surrounds you, steady and kind, as you drift further into deep, unbroken rest. The quiet now feels complete, like a circle that has closed without sound. Nothing remains unfinished. Nothing waits for attention. The story has softened fully into rest, and the night holds everything with the same patience it has always had. Breath continues gentle and faithful, in and out. There is no effort in it now, no intention required. The body trusts this rhythm completely. It has released the need to watch, to guide, to remain alert. Breathing happens because it always has, steady and kind. Your body rests deeply, supported in every place. The surface beneath you holds you without question, without adjustment. Muscles remain loose and heavy in the most comforting way. The face is smooth. The jaw rests easily. Even the smallest places of tension have softened and let go. The mountain, the journey, the long winter, all of it has faded into a quiet understanding rather than a memory. It no longer appears as image or story. It exists only as steadiness, as reassurance that endurance does not need noise and rest does not need permission. That steadiness is with you now, beneath everything, calm and unwavering. Thought has dissolved almost completely. If a thought arises, it has no strength to stay. It drifts and disappears on its own, leaving the quiet untouched. Awareness itself feels lighter, less attached, as if it has stepped back from the surface of things and chosen to rest as well. Silence feels warm and protective. It does not feel empty. It feels full, like a familiar place you have returned to many times before. The world beyond this moment feels distant and unimportant, as if it has kindly stepped aside to give you space. Nothing is required of you here. Time has lost its edges. There's no sense of how long you have been resting, or how long rest will continue. The night stretches wide and patient, offering as much space as you need. One moment blends quietly into the next without distinction, without boundary. If images appear, they are soft and slow, a gentle glow, a quiet room, a feeling of warmth and safety. These images do not ask to be followed. They pass through and dissolve naturally, making room for deeper stillness. Listening itself is no longer necessary. The sound of the voice has blended fully into the quiet, becoming part of the background of rest. Words no longer carry meaning. Meaning has already settled where it belongs, beneath awareness, shaping ease rather than thought. There is nothing left to do, nothing left to hold, nothing left to remember. Sleep is already here, steady and complete. It carries you gently beneath the surface of awareness, without effort, without direction. You do not need to notice when it deepens. It happens on its own, the way night always arrives when nothing resists it. Let go completely now. Let the quiet finish its gentle work. Let rest deepen fully and naturally, as stillness settles around you and within you, unbroken and kind. The quiet widens again, gently, as if it has discovered even more space to rest within. Nothing changes suddenly. Nothing needs to. The night simply grows more spacious, more forgiving, allowing everything to soften a little further. Breathing continues exactly as it is meant to, in and out. There is no improvement needed, no adjustment required. Each breath feels complete on its own, arriving and leaving without asking for attention. The body trusts this rhythm deeply now. It has stopped checking. It has stopped monitoring. It knows it is safe. The weight of your body feels settled and natural. The surface beneath you supports every place evenly, without pressure, without effort. There is no need to shift or adjust. Stillness feels comfortable now, not restrictive. It feels like arriving. The quiet has a texture to it, soft, steady, and warm. It is not empty silence. It is filled with rest, filled with permission, filled with the understanding that nothing else needs to happen tonight. Thoughts have almost no momentum left. If one appears, it drifts gently and fades before forming meaning. There is no pull toward the past, no anticipation of the future, only this wide, gentle now, holding everything without judgment. Awareness itself feels like it is floating, no longer anchored to any single sensation. You may notice moments where listening disappears entirely, where the words pass by unheard. That is not something to correct. That is rest doing its work. Time feels distant and unimportant. Minutes and hours have lost their shape. The night stretches wide, patient, offering more than enough space for sleep to deepen fully. There is no edge to watch for, no moment to catch. If images arise, they are soft and slow. A dim light, a quiet room, a sense of warmth spreading gradually through the body. These images do not linger. They dissolve naturally, making room for deeper stillness. The story has completely released you now. It no longer guides. It no longer speaks. It simply rests beside you, finished and quiet, like a companion who knows words are no longer needed. You're not expected to remain present. You're not expected to notice anything. You're allowed to drift completely. The night has taken over gently, steadily, without effort. Sleep is no longer something that will happen. It is something that is already happening, carrying you softly beneath the surface of awareness. Let go a little more. Let the quiet hold everything. Rest deepen on its own. The stillness remains, unbroken and patient, as if the night itself has decided to stay exactly as it is. There is no sense of movement now, no transition to notice. Everything has settled into a deep, gentle pause where nothing presses forward and nothing pulls away. Breath flows quietly, without effort or attention, in and out. Each breath completes itself fully, then gives way to the next. There is no gap that feels empty, no moment that feels unfinished. The body understands this rhythm completely. It has released the need to guide or observe it. Your body feels deeply at rest, heavy in the most comforting way. The surface beneath you supports every place evenly. There is no strain, no imbalance. The shoulders rest easily. The arms lie still and warm. The legs feel grounded and secure. Even the smallest muscles have softened and let go. Awareness drifts gently, no longer fixed on sound or sensation. It feels as though it has stepped back, choosing ease over focus. Listening happens only if it wants to. If it fades, that is perfectly natural. The night welcomes that fading without interruption. Silence feels rich and full, not empty. It carries a sense of safety, of being held without condition. Any distant sounds feel far away and unimportant, as though they belong to another place entirely. This moment belongs only to rest. Time has almost no meaning here. There is no sense of how long you've been resting, or how long rest will continue. The night stretches wide and patient, offering as much space as you need. One moment blends into the next so smoothly that there is no clear boundary between them. If thoughts appear, they are faint and brief. They do not carry weight or urgency. They dissolve on their own, like mist thinning quietly in cool air. There is no need to follow them. There is no need to push them away. They pass naturally, leaving the quiet undisturbed. Images, if they drift through, are soft and comforting. Dim glow. A peaceful room. A feeling of warmth spreading slowly and evenly. These images do not stay. They fade gently, making room for deeper stillness. The sense of self feels lighter now, less defined. There is no need to hold a shape or role. You're not doing anything. You're not becoming anything. You're simply resting exactly as you are. The night has taken over fully. It does not rush. It does not direct. It simply holds everything in calm balance. Sleep deepens naturally without a moment to notice, without a threshold to cross. Let go completely now. Let listening dissolve. Let awareness soften and sink. Rest continues on its own, steady and kind, carrying you deep into stillness where words no longer reach and nothing more is required. The quiet remains steady, unchanging, as if it has always been here and always will be. Nothing new enters this space. Nothing leaves it. The night has settled into a deep, gentle stillness that does not need to be maintained or protected. It simply exists, wide and patient. Breathing continues without thought, in and out. Each breath feels complete, whole in itself. There is no sense of beginning or ending, only a smooth, continuous flow. The body trusts this rhythm fully now. It no longer checks. It no longer listens closely. It allows. Your body feels deeply supported, as if every part has found its most comfortable position. The surface beneath you holds you evenly and securely. There is no pressure anywhere, no place that needs adjustment. Stillness feels natural now, like returning to something familiar. Awareness drifts further back, no longer attached to sound or sensation. The voice has faded into the background completely, becoming indistinguishable from the quiet itself. Words no longer register as meaning. They soften into tone, then dissolve into silence. Silence feels warm and complete. It does not feel empty or lonely. It feels like shelter, like being wrapped gently in something that understands exactly what you need. Nothing is expected of you here. Nothing is asked. Time has loosened beyond recognition. There is no sense of minutes passing or hours unfolding. The night stretches endlessly, offering rest without limit. One moment flows into the next so seamlessly that they cannot be separated. If a thought appears, it has no strength to stay. It drifts briefly and fades on its own, like a ripple smoothing itself out on still water. There is no effort involved. The mind has grown quiet naturally. If images appear, they are slow and indistinct. Soft darkness, a gentle glow, a feeling of warmth and safety. These images dissolve without leaving a trace, allowing stillness to deepen further. The sense of self feels lighter now, less defined. There is no role to play, no story to follow. You're not required to be aware of anything. You are allowed to disappear gently into rest. Sleep is not approaching. It has already arrived. It carries you beneath the surface of awareness so smoothly that there is no moment to notice. One breath leads quietly into the next, and rest deepens on its own. Nothing more is needed. Nothing more will happen. Everything has settled exactly where it belongs. The night continues to hold you, steady and kind. The stillness deepens further and awareness softens completely, carried gently into deep, unbroken rest. The stillness stays with you now, unbroken and effortless, as if the night itself has decided to remain exactly as it is. There is no sense of progression, no next step waiting. Everything that needed to settle has already settled. The quiet feels complete. Breath continues quietly on its own, in and out. There is no awareness attached to it anymore. It rises and falls gently like a tide that does not need watching. The body knows this rhythm well. It has released all responsibility for guiding it. Your body feels deeply at ease, heavy and supported in the most comforting way. The surface beneath you holds every part evenly. Nothing presses, nothing strains. The shoulders remain loose, the hands rest softly. The legs feel still and grounded, as if they have merged with the place where they lie. Awareness has drifted far from the edges of sensation. There is no need to listen closely. There is no need to track sound or silence. The voice has blended completely into the quiet, becoming part of the background of rest. Words no longer form meaning. They dissolve before they can be noticed. Silence feels full and protective. It does not feel empty. It feels like being wrapped gently in something warm and familiar. The outside world feels distant and unimportant, as if it has stepped away to allow rest to deepen fully. Time has almost no presence here. There is no sense of duration or sequence. The night stretches wide and patient, offering rest without limit. Moments blend together smoothly, without edges or distinction. If thoughts arise, they are faint and brief. They do not invite attention. They fade on their own, leaving the quiet untouched. There is no effort required to let them go. The mind has softened naturally. Images, if they appear at all, are slow and indistinct. A soft darkness, a gentle glow, a feeling of warmth spreading evenly through the body. These images dissolve quietly, making space for deeper stillness. The sense of self has grown light and distant. There is no role to hold, no story to follow. You're not required to remain aware. You're allowed to drift completely without checking or noticing when it happens. Sleep has fully taken over now. It carries you gently beneath the surface of awareness, so smoothly that there is no moment to observe. One breath flows into the next. Rest deepens naturally, without direction or effort. Nothing remains to be done. Nothing remains to be heard. Nothing remains to be held. The night continues to hold you calmly and securely. The stillness deepens further and awareness fades into quiet. Rest, steady, and complete. The night has finished unfolding now. There's nothing more to drift into because rest has already arrived. Breath moves on its own, quiet and steady. The body is completely at ease, supported, warm and still. Awareness no longer reaches outward. It rests gently within, untroubled and unneeded. The mountains, the winter, the long journey of patience and unity have all softened into silence. They no longer speak in images or words. They remain only as calm beneath everything, like the earth beneath snow, holding without effort. You do not need to listen anymore. You do not need to remember anything. The night has taken care of all of it. Sleep continues naturally, without transition, without threshold, without interruption. Nothing waits for you. Nothing calls you back. May peace guard your dreams until morning, and may grace be the first light to greet you when you wake. Good night.